I've looked at a lot of white noise machines. I feel like I'm kind of a pro at it now. I've seen so many of them. This one's kind of weird because it has the name BrownNoise for the company. There is technically such a thing as brown noise. It refers to the spectrum of noise. A white noise machine has equal power at all frequencies. Brown noise rolls off the high frequencies, so it has a much lower sound. Some people find it more pleasant, less hissy, but I don't know if that's what why they named it this. So we'll open it up and see if there's any explanation inside the box for this, and more importantly, just look at the general features of this guy and see if it is a suitable one for you to buy for your room or your kids' room, or maybe for travel. Okay, in general, there are no surprises when opening up a white noise machine. They tend to just have one piece and a power supply, so let's see if that's the case here. One piece of power supply and some instructions, actually. Boom. The user manual, we were looking for that. That's probably going to contain the power supply and the machine itself. Nicely wrapped in plastic. So, and we'll take a quick look at the power supply, see what we got here. This is a bad sign. You can see here our power supply uses a proprietary barrel connector instead of a USB-C or micro USB cable. So it's not necessarily disqualifying, but we don't like seeing that because that means that if you ever lose this cable, you're hurt. And this is a really weird looking white noise machine. It does not have the same profile one, so it's going to have a really big surface area for the nightlight, and then the controls are on top, and we're going to go through those in a second. So. Okay, normally I like to demo a white noise machine from an overhead view, but this one kind of has a facing forward nightlight. This is how it's going to look propped up on your bedside, so this is a better view to demo it. You can see on the back we got the power cord plugged in, and it's that proprietary power plug that I don't like. Now, one of the first things I'm going to complain about this thing is you've got this thing sitting beside your bed. All the controls are up on top, right? So they're very difficult to see when you're lying in your bed. So you're constantly going to be doing this until you've learned where they are. And in some cases, you may never learn where they are. So power on is very simple. It comes on, and it's got a nightlight, and comes up with a default white noise. This nightlight is, if you're seeing any flicker in the video, I'm not sure if you're going to see it or not. It's not really there in the actual nightlight. Like a lot of these nightlights, it has a good variety of sounds. It's got 30 sounds that go through the white noise, pink noise sound, then fan sounds, then nature sounds, then lullabies, and I'll rock you through them really quick. So let's do them. Those are your white noises. This is fan noises. Now we're getting into like campfire and thunder, brook, ocean, and then those weird dripping water ones that I don't know if anybody likes. Nature sounds. We're going to head into some train sounds. Now we're in music. Really weird music. Heartbeat. And now you're back at the beginning. Now you also know there's no way to know where you are in that sequence, so you have to basically run through the whole thing to find if there's a particular one that you want to find. And it can be kind of annoying, but there's a back and forth button, so hopefully you won't spend too much time on that. The volume controls over here, very simple to use as you'd expect. And we'll take this down to the minimum volume. So this guy has a 1 hour, 2 hour, and 3 hour timer. A lot of them are shorter than that. A lot of them have a 30-minute timer, but this has 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. So if you want to set the timer, you step through the times with this button. And how do you know which time you're on? Well, the people who designed this decided it would be great to put the timer function on the back where you can't see it. So you can see that little tiny light. There's embossed in the plastic a 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, and infinite. And I bet you can't even see it. Let's see. There you go. And here's the crazy thing. This is the tiniest little LED. And they said, wow, this might be keeping you up at night. So if you hold the button down, it turns off the LED so you can't see it. So this is a major user interface blunder. I don't know how they got away with that. The various colors that you can get through, you select by holding down this button. And as you see, we're scrolling through the various colors, and there's a nice selection of colors. Right, and then the brightness is this button here, and you hold it down and it goes all the way down to the bottom and then stops there. So that's the minimum brightness, and then you can go all the way to the top and it stops there. I'm going to say the maximum brightness on this guy is pretty bright. This is probably too bright for an adult nightlight, but a kid might really like it, especially if they find a color they like. I'm partial to, and color rendering on the phone is questionable, so I kind of like this blue one. It's a very weird blue color. I like the green one too. If I was using this as a nightlight, I think I'd have the green on the minimum. So those are the features of the nightlight. Like I say, there's the user interface on this one is just a total disaster, a total blunder. They took a unique form factor here that they could go somewhere with, and they just totally blew it. But so be it. Let me put this thing away, and then we'll do the wrap up. Well, I'm kind of sad about this guy. It's such a unique form factor, and it's going to fill a pretty cool need for people that are just looking for something that's really strong on the nightlight game. But even though it's got a pretty awesome light, it's got some big problems. The control buttons are not visible in the normal position, so you're going to always have to be picking this thing up and putting it down. The timer LEDs are on the back of the thing for no reason, so they're not accessible at all. A problem that it shares with a lot of them is its navigation of the sound library is a pain. You can only go from start to finish or finish to start, so you have lots of button pushing to find the sounds you like. There's no way to know where you are in the list of sounds, so even if you have a little list, you still do a lot of hunting. They decided to use a proprietary power cable instead of using USB. There's no battery operation. That lowers the price a little bit. It would raise the price if they had batteries in it, but it's nice to have. And they overloaded the sound selection button to control the lights. I like my buttons to do one thing and one thing only. That's a lot of things to not like about this guy, and it dings him down from a 5-star product. If all you're looking for is a great nightlight for your kid and the sound function is secondary, then I would go ahead and get this guy. But if you're just looking for a general purpose white noise machine with a nightlight function, and you don't need the big giant beacon light that this guy gives, look around. You might be able to find something better. My family and I work really hard on these reviews, and we have a lot of fun. We get to test a lot of new products, see what they do, evaluate them, try them out. Not every review is a 5-star review. In fact, I would say at least half of the reviews I give are less than 5 stars. I try to be really honest and evaluate them so that you can make good decisions. And I tell you what I feel they rate. So if you enjoy it, subscribe to the channel, buy the product through the affiliate link, and help support me. I appreciate it.